is to stand up and talk for my rights. I know what that is. See? And I don't care who the guy is. Because my right is my right.
Welcome to Ask the Lawyer with Brian Figueroa of the law firm of Figueroa and Associates for a free, no obligation legal consultation on issues such as immigration, personal injury, bankruptcy, divorce, family law, estate planning, wills and probate, deed transfers, civil rights, criminal defense, workers' compensation, and taxes, both individual and business. Call us at 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. Or visit us at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us. This is Ask the Lawyer. You have questions, we got the answers.
Good day, good day, good day. My name is Brian Figueroa of Figueroa and Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You got questions, we got answers. In life, they say the experience is the best teacher. And I'm an attorney practicing immigration law for a quarter century. I've also been a member of the American Immigration Lawyers Association for a quarter century. A quarter century is 25 years. 25 years of experience dealing with issues like spousal petitions, VAWA, political asylum, working for people who have criminal convictions and they are obviously in deportation proceedings. And throughout these years, what I have seen, obviously, is part of what I have implemented in my practice, which is you have to have empathy for your client, but your client has to also understand that they have the burden of proof. They have to prove, for example, it's a bona fide marriage. They have to prove that they deserve political asylum in the United States of America. And that first test that they have, a credible fear at the border when they give their statement, is not sufficient so that you could prevail at your political asylum individual hearing. The master hearing is the various appearances that you make at immigration court, but the individual hearing is where you have to prove to immigration, prove to these judges who will ask you questions at your individual hearing. The trial attorney, your attorney will ask you questions. So you have questions coming basically from three possible people. Your attorney, the trial attorney representing the U.S. government, and the immigration judge. And what they are doing is searching, presenting the truth so that you meet your burden for political asylum. Your country conditions obviously are important, and those are reports that are always published. They call it the CIA reports. So what are the conditions now in Afghanistan? Should people, especially women, applying from Afghanistan, can they prevail, obviously, at their hearing, the individual hearing, to get asylum in the U.S. because of what is happening in that country? What are the other hotspots in the world? Maybe the Sudan, maybe Haiti. The Sudan is in Africa. Haiti is in the Caribbean. We know that Haiti had a coup d'etat recently, if that's what you'll call it, where 20 plus Colombians working on behalf of a Haitian doctor killed the political leader of that country. But the U.S. government has always taken the position where Haitians are concerned that they are fleeing for economic reasons and not political reasons. How about the most current one, Venezuela? Number 4 or 5 in oil production in the world. One of the best economies in South America. However, There's political instability there. There's an embargo of Venezuela. Their consulates are not functional in the U.S. And many Venezuelans are fleeing not only to the United States, but to Colombia, Peru, Trinidad and Tobago, and surrounding countries. Are all of them victims of political persecution? Are they fleeing for economic reasons? But each and every Venezuelan or Haitian or Afghanistani may come to the border, and when they give that credible, fair statement, is that sufficient? It's sufficient to gain you an entry in the U.S., and not all of them get that entry into the U.S. However, when you have your political asylum individual hearing, do you really meet the burden of proof to win your political asylum case? And if you lose and you're ordered deported, what remedy do you have? You could do an appeal to the Board of Immigration Appeals, to the Federal Court of Appeals, the U.S. Supreme Court. Hey. But what wins cases is facts. What wins cases is the evidence that you produce at that individual hearing. So my listenership, especially those in the Latino, Haitian communities where obviously there is difficult access to get an attorney. A notary is not a lawyer. A notary fills out a form. A lawyer, the form is incidental to the representation. The lawyer's focus is not those forms that you fill out, and obviously they have to be done correctly. But what that lawyer is going to do for you and its staff is to prepare you for that individual hearing where you want to win that political asylum case. Why? Because the consequences mean that you could be deported from the U.S. Or, as most people do, unfortunately, who lose their cases, and there are hundreds of thousands of people who have lost their political asylum cases, they end up remaining in the U.S. underground, meaning they are not officially here, but they are here for the rest of their lives. So when you think about hiring an attorney, do not have the attitude that you're dealing with a notary. Do not have an attitude that you do not do some research yourself so you could understand what it takes so that you could succeed at your political asylum hearing. It is your life. Take it seriously. My name is Brian Figueroa of Figueroa & Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You got questions, we got answers. Give us a call. Thank you.
Do you have a legal issue, question, or concern? Turn to Ask the Lawyer. You have questions, we've got answers. For a free consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. You can also register for our free paralegal program, get legal news, business consults, or other information on educational issues. Yes, Ask the Lawyer. You have questions, we've got answers. For a free consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us.